So picture this. I've been sitting on a gurney, lying on a gurney, in serious, severe pain for 5 hours, okay? I finally get back to the room, and it's all about, it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol, right? And I'm just like, oh, not again. On this episode of Minnie's World, Minnie gets acute pancreatitis, Mallory Weiss tears of the esophagus, and she kind of gets kicked out of the hospital. Okay, so first of all, I went to law school. I graduated from law school. And I know that I'm a difficult patient, but I think that it's kind of hard when, as law students and someone with a legal background sees fact patterns everywhere and wants to argue causation, because that's kind of what you do for a living, especially if you're in the negligence field and torts and such. So meanwhile, this doctor's like, well, drinking alcohol can cause pancreatitis. And I'm like, okay. So we're going to talk causation now. That's my favorite thing to do. So causation. So meanwhile, I'm like, okay, well, can you prove that alcohol caused this pancreatitis? Can you prove that my lupus didn't cause it? And she's like, well, no. And I'm like, okay. So meanwhile, she continues on this thing about, well, how much do you drink a day? How much do you drink a week? And I'm like, argh. Acute pancreatitis is extremely painful inflammation of the pancreas. It can be caused by gallstones, drinking too much alcohol, but also can be caused by several other things, including autoimmune disease. So then, mind you, I am still in excruciating pain. I kid you not. It is like childbirth, and I have had six of those puppies, 2 of them natural with no epidural. And trust me, when you have a severe case of acute pancreatitis, you're in labor, you just don't have a baby at the end of it. So she's talking to me about this drink. I'm like, look, lady, I was just here in March. I know I got pancreatitis on Valentine's Day. It's Minnie's luck. So I'm like, I know all about this. I get alcohol's a bad thing. I really shouldn't be drinking wine, vodka, whatever the hell it is. I got it. I get it. Can we just get me some pain meds right now? And so she's like, okay, but how much do you drink a day? I'm like, listen, you know what? Gallstones, they cause pancreatitis too, right? We're still talking causation, right, lady? And she's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, can you prove that I don't have some little tiny gallstones that we didn't go down and find? Well, no. And I'm like, okay, so can we get me some pain medication? Okay, and so she takes a pause, and she's like, yeah, I've put some orders in for you. I'm thinking to myself, looking at the clock, thinking, it's been 5 hours since I got to this place by ambulance. By the way, vomiting up blood clots. Blood clots. Hello, this is wrong, right? And so she's like, okay, I see it. I'm like, okay, I get it. I will never drink again. Okay, moving on. And so then, she's like, I put some orders in. I'm like, oh, great. I wonder how long that's going to take. And so then I think she's going to walk away. My pain meds are coming in. Then she turns around. She's like, so has anyone told you that you have a problem? I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble here. Okay, so I finally get my pain meds. The nurse walks in eventually. I swear, I want to put like a 6 hour on this for some reason. I really do. The nurse finally walks in. I'm like, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, I know, I'm a goofball. Okay, this is why you love me. All right, so finally the nurse comes in. And I'm like, yay, good job. Fill me up with that morphine, girl. So I'm sitting, I'm lying down. I keep, think I'm sitting. I'm in so much pain. I'm lying. I'm switching around. I'm trying to find it. It's like when you are in labor and you're trying to find that position that hurts the least, but they all hurt so much. So meanwhile, the nurse is like taking phone calls. I see the pain meds in her hand. I'm like, there they are. It's like you're in the desert and you've been in the desert for 30 days. How about that? And someone has a cold ice glass of water and they are dangling it over and you're just like, pour. Okay, so here she goes. She's answering phone calls. She's multitasking on the computer. I can see the pain meds. I've been in pain, severe pain, by the way. And all she has to do is inject it in my IV because I already have an IV. It would just take no time at all. She's like I'm I'm trying to be patient. I'm being good Minnie at this point. And I'm like, hurry up. Then she takes another phone call. Then she starts walking towards me. I'm like, yes. Then she gets another phone call. I'm like, this is wrong to make me wait that long. But eventually I did get my meds. I did talk to the doctor again, only to find out that they were kicking me out. I don't know. I might be paranoid, but I think it's because they have a file on me. I'm like a difficult patient. I always take names and numbers, and especially when they make me wait 6 hours when I'm excruciating pain. They gotta know a letter coming. But their excuse was I apparently needed to be seen by my GI doctor because I had Mallory Weiss, esophageal tears, and upper GI bleeding, along with the acute pancreatitis, and they just didn't want me as a patient. So there you have it. My main thing was I get a bad rap, okay, for being angry at these people, because guess what happened? I said, doctor, can you promise me that there won't be a lapse in time between me getting transferred and me not having my pain meds wear off? And she said, oh no, I promise you, with the most sincere look in her eyes. But guess what happened? 45 minutes down the road after I waited for transport, had been hours before they got there, my meds were off, I got to the new hospital, and I had to start the process all over again. Including, so, do you know alcohol causes pancreatitis? How much do you drink a day? Have you ever been told that you have a problem? And I had to wait again. Couple more hours to get more meds. It was horrible. Long story short, at the end of the day, I survived. I continue to survive. Except now, I gotta survive without booze. Oh joy. Oh well. So, adventures abound. Until next time, see you soon.